Seriously? We're that broke?
Yep.
There's gotta be something we can do. I gotta have some freaking meat, man! Peanuts don't count.
Hey, couldn't you just review one of the tons of not quite modern movies you have in your collection? You have a ton of them, and it would probably save you money in the long run. No one is going to want to watch a review about a 30-year-old movie. We learned that the hard way from Phantom Tollbooth.
Yeah, but what else we got?
I am the Kid Movie Ninja. Hi, Internet! And welcome to Kid Movie Ninja with your hosts, Fighting Leaf and Husky the Wolf. Well, you saw that ridiculous skit at the beginning. We're broke. So now, we're going to be reviewing this movie. We have 3, but we're only going to be reviewing this one. An American Tale! First, a little background. Don Bluth needs no introduction to most avid fans of animation, but to those who don't know, here's the short version. He worked for Disney, then he stopped working for Disney to make his own stuff. It was awesome, including titles such as An American Tale, the first Land Before Time movie, the film adaptation of The Secret of Nim, and All Dogs Go to Heaven. But then he started sucking with movies like Thumbelina, The Pebble and the Penguin, and Rockadoodle. Then he died friendless and alone after the aliens invaded. Husky, Don Bluth isn't dead. Wait, is that? That's the last time I let you give biographical information on this show. Well, I'm bored. Let's just get to the movie. Fair enough. Let's get started. But be warned, I will be making fun of this movie all throughout. But if you really want to know what I think of it, stick around until the very end. Yep, let's go. Holy freaking crap for crap! How many movies start with this freaking giant snowflake? Seriously! So shiny. Wait, credits? Is the movie over already? No, Husky. These are called opening credits. You've seen them once or twice before. See? Movie things are starting to happen now. So we enter the Moskowitz house and... the Mouskowitz house, where we see a family of really chubby mouse people. Right now, they're celebrating Hanukkah, and Mama and Papa Mouskowitz, voiced by Erica Jan and Nehemiah Persoff respectively, are giving little gifts to their children. Tanya, voiced by Amy Green, and our main protagonist, Fievel, voiced by Philip Glasser. Papa gives Fievel a cool hat!
And not just any hat, a new hat that has been in the family for 3 generations.
3 whole generations? That's almost 3 whole generations! Husky, they're a poor Russian family. They're not exactly gonna be able to afford a Wii U. Think of all the nasty head sweat that's been in that thing. Husky. And if it's that old, some of it must be dead guy sweat. For Pete's sake, Husky. That was the name of the dead guy!
It's too big.
You'll grow.
Foreshadowing!
Speaking of foreshadowing, Papa starts telling the kids a story about the Mouse of Misk. Apparently it was as tall as a tree and had a tail a mile long. That thing's gotta be heavy. The subject transitions to the concept of a strange, mythical place called America or something, where...
There are mouse holes in every wall.
Who says?
Everyone.
Everyone.
In America, there are breadcrumbs on every floor.
You're talking nonsense.
In America, you can say anything you want.
That's sounding pretty accurate so far, actually.
But most important, and this I know for a fact, in America, there are no cats.
And he lost it. Suddenly, the town is overrun by guys on horseback who start burning stuff and shooting people for some reason, forcing everyone, including the mice, to abandon their homes and run away. Then suddenly... Only in this case, they really do pose a threat. Hey wait, play that clip again! Those are just the same 3 cats copy and pasted right next to each other. Could they do that in 1986? This was Don Bluth in his heyday. He could do whatever he wanted. So after some strange snow momentum, the cat attack ends and everything is burnt to the ground.
In America, there are no cats.
Keep telling yourself that, Pops.
We fade over to Hamburg, Germany, which sounds like something I want to eat, and a bunch of stupid humans and slightly less stupid Mises start loading up onto a ship and finally go to America. Why do I call them stupid, you ask?
Look, Papa, water. Is it the ocean? Look, Papa, smoke. Is the boat on fire? Look, Papa, birds. Are they seagulls?
Because Fievel keeps holding up the line for every little observation ever.
Look, water! Is that the ocean? Look, air! Are we breathing? Look, birds! Did they explode?
Kamikaze run!
This is the last time I take you to America.
What? Nothing.
Meanwhile, the conditions on the boat itself are actually pretty miserable. So what's their solution?
Leaf's favorite thing ever, a musical number!
Yay. I mean, the chorus is nice, but the verses are...
The times were hard in Sicily, we had no provolone. The Don, he was a tabby with a taste for my brother Tony. When Mama went to plead for him, the Don said he would see her. We found her rosary on the ground. Poor Mamma Mia.
Depressing!
Sad, but in a flash of teeth and fur, her tail was all he left.
Hey, Frank, this is kind of messed up.
Hold it!
A calico, he caught us by...
Alright, time for a little reality check. Calico refers to a specific kind of multicolored pattern on cat's fur, including black, white, and a few shades of brown. This pattern is the result of a very complicated genetic process in sex-linked chromosomes of cats. While it is technically possible for male calico cats to exist, they are extremely rare, 1 out of every 3,000. That's right, not even 0.1% chance of a calico cat being male. This needs to become common knowledge, people.
Fine, I'm done. What? Leaf is boring again? Okay, got it. Did that cloud just pee directly onto the ship? 'Cause that's awesome!
Turns out that musical number did little to help people's spirits in the long run, as the storm continues to make everyone miserable. Fievel falls on a bar of soap and gets tossed around.
See? Told you hygiene was bad for you! So yeah, Fievel's been very curious and very stupid throughout the movie, and you're about to see the very pinnacle of just how dumb he can be.
Fievel!
I'm getting my hat, Papa.
Clearly, nothing could go wrong here.
Oh, wait! That could happen!
So the Mouskowitz family makes it to port, one family member short. And this is actually a pretty heavy scene.
Which? How many?
5. Oh, I mean 4.
Okay, next.
Then we look at a bottle for a while, and lo and behold, there's our little brain trust Fievel, alive and wet.
He eventually washes up on shore where he meets a big poofy pigeon named Henri, voiced by Christopher Plummer, who tells him that, yes, he has indeed reached that America! The magical faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like warm root beer and the towels are oh so fluffy.
Then Fievel becomes an ice cream sundae. Just go with it.
And you want to find your family. And you will.
But how? It's It's so far away and it's so big. I'll never find them anyway.
Je m'excuse, pardon, but did you say never?
Oh boy, he said the N-word. Not that one, Husky. It turns out Fievel needs a lesson in never saying never.
Jerry J!
Sorry, I'll fix it. Sorry if we scared any of our viewers out there, but the actual song we're dealing with here is about maintaining one's optimism in the face of difficulty. All the while, Henri is rightfully shushing the little Mousekewitz whenever he attempts to protest.
Hey, wait, what are they building there? Is that supposed to be the Statue of Liberty? I thought the Statue of Liberty was green.
Well, it is now, but this story takes place in 1885. Back then, the material used to make the statue hadn't oxidized yet, so it was still a lustrous bronze in those days.
Darn it, since when was this show supposed to be all educational and crap? So back to the what the... Where did they come from? They seriously just popped in without a moment of context or warning or anything!
Actually, it's lucky that they did arrive. Henri sends Fievel off with one of them to immigration in the hopes of finding his family there.
I would take you there myself, but then I would never finish my statue.
Henri, you said never.
Kill him! Because he wrong! After that, we cut over to one of the seedier sides of town where this guy is totally not dressed up in a fake nose. Hey, shouldn't there be a Monty Python and the Holy Grail scene playing right now?
Husky, this would make the third review in a row that we've used that clip. I really think we should give it a break.
Oh, fine.
You need to stop making that face. Meet Warren T. Rat, voiced by John Finnegan, and his assistant, Digit. Warren T. Rat is upset that he made 50 cents less that day than the previous by doing whatever seedy business he does, and wants to figure out how to make it up.
Oh look, here's how. What a coinky-dink. And that bird quite literally drops Fievel into Warren's den. See, this is why kids shouldn't hitch rides with strangers.
Do you really know where my family is?
Trust me, trust me.
Dead mouse walking. Now this is the first instance of this movie being a jerk.
Mama, I keep having this feeling. The Fievel's alive.
Tanya, it will go away. After a while, it will go away.
Come with me. Hey, kid. Hey, don't break a gut there.
His family is in the same freaking building! Ah!
This is Whittier.
Papa!
Nope, 9 kinds of nope. So he's drafted into a life of slavery, and that evening he suggests leaving out the window by tying a bunch of sheets together. Why did no one else think of that? Because, oh look, Brooklyn accent!
Tony Toponi's the name. Put it there,
Fievel. Fievel Mousekewitz.
Fievel. Ooh, that name's gotta go.
This is Tony Toponi, voiced by Pat Music. He's sick of this place too and helps out Fievel. Turns out though that he doesn't like Fievel's name and he calls him Philly instead. Okay.
No, don't go all the way down. Your family is right there. Why? Why does this movie taunt me so?
I feel a little silly for having introduced Tony right now.
Why's that?
Because in the very next moment, Fievel wanders off and there is no Tony for a while.
What? That's it? He's there and then he's gone?
Evidently.
Then what was the point? Well, anyway, Fievel pretty much wanders all over the freaking city looking for his family, which is pretty impressive given his negative leg span. He then almost gets killed by a train.
Well, that was fun. He then hears a violin playing, and much like in real life, his hopes are raised up sky high and everything looks like it's going to be better so that life can inevitably smack him back down with the cold, unforgiving mousetrap of reality.
You, sir, are very depressing.
Only because I'm right. Oh look, he mistook a phonograph playing for the sound of his papa's fiddle, and remains nowhere near his parents in any way, shape, or form. What lousy luck.
That and the women at the party there spot him and make shenanigans happen. Wait, rewind. Why did that chick just throw her girdle at him? Why? Just freaking why?
Now look, Tony's back. This is probably where I should have introduced him, since he'll be sticking around a bit longer for now.
Whatever, so we meet up with Fievel's family again and what? What? They're right there! Fievel, look down! Take a moment to listen! They're talking! Why don't you hear them? You're so dumb! Why?
Every time we see a movie, you always find a reason to freak out.
Oh, come on! He's right there!
Just let it go, Husky.
Jerry!
Sorry, I did it again.
See what I mean about this movie being a jerk? A happy ending is right there, but they just miss it. Anyway, Tony agrees to help Fievel find his family until he sees a hot chick.
Tony? Hey, Tony, where are you going?
Apparently love makes you derpy. As it turns out, there actually are cats in America, because this mousy girl is trying to rally up support to oppose them. But then Tony tries hitting on her.
And this is why hormonally charged teenagers should not lead rallies. So, after all that nonsense, Fievel goes around saying the word cats over and over because...
there are no cats.
I do believe that guy would disagree with you.
Then Fievel gets nommed. Holy cow, this is getting really icky and weird. Lucky for him, Fievel gets sneezed at before he can get really icky.
The cats rampage around the area, and once the dust settles again, the girl mouse, named Bridget, voiced by Catherine Blore, please tell me I said that right, just once, I want to get a name right, brings up Honest John at a place called Amity Hall, saying he'd know where his family is.
Honest John, huh?
Yep.
This is all gonna end in tears.
So they're on their way. The camera pans over to what? No! Not again! Why do you torment me? Why do you bring this evil into my soul, Don Bluth?
Taking votes from dead people.
Okay, that one doesn't even make any sense.
So young, never had a chance to vote. Well, he'll vote from now on. I'll see to that.
Husky, you realize your face is gonna stick like that, right? Yeah, apparently this was a common practice back in those days.
This is our allegedly honest John.
Yep, and we also get introduced to this Gussie Mausheimer, voiced by... You know what? I don't even care anymore. There are so many characters popping in and out of this movie that I'm not even gonna bother with it.
So there! Also, this chick talks like Homestar Runner.
Today was the worst ever. Those cats are killing everyone. They don't even know the difference between rich and poor.
Then she asks for a wowie.
We must have a wowie.
A wowie? What's a wowie?
What she's actually trying to say in her own ridiculous way is that she wants to gather up a rally of mice in order to help deal with the ever-increasing cat problem. Eventually, Bridget does ask Honest John about Fievel's family, to which he responds...
Sorry, don't know them yet.
Thank you for being useless.
Man, those were the days. Back when family movies could have pervert characters and drunks. It was certainly an age of more honesty, that's for sure.
Fighting Leaf Productions and all affiliated companies do not endorse minors drinking alcohol, using tobacco products, or acting in ways considered pervy. In fact, the only reason I'm putting this whole segment in here is because I know someone out there is going to misinterpret what we said a moment ago and make me out to be a terrible, deviant degenerate without any justifiable reason. This is not the case. Now here's Fred Franklin saying something about giraffes to lighten the mood.
Giraffe?
Well, we're overdue for a song, and here's one sung by Fievel himself. This was a different age. This was back when they used young, untrained male children to play the parts of young boys. Nowadays, they use mostly female voice actors. Sure, they don't sound as much like young boys,
but they sing less like young boys, too!
That's also probably why there are so many supporting characters in this movie. The lead character and voice actor, both being children, are not really competent to carry the story on their own for the most part. That's nothing against the movie, it's just the reality of the situation.
And that's also why we're fast forwarding now. Go! Hold it!
One another in the...
I just wanted to point out that Tanya is a moderately better singer.
Yeah, good for her. Next! Anyway, at the Wowie the next day, which happened really quickly now that I think about it, Fatty McRichmouse is talking about freedom and stuff from the tyranny of cats.
So, what do we want?
And you thought I was just making fun of her accent, didn't you, jerks?
Once again, Fievel's family is attending the same freaking rally.
Wowie!
Yeah, I'm not calling it that. And of course, they still don't see him.
What?
Aren't you gonna freak out about them being so close and yet still barely missing each other?
No way, I don't even care anymore.
2, 1. Everyone is all excited and stuff until Gussie brings up the obvious question.
So, what are we going to do about those cats?
What?
Are you about done yet?
Just a little more.
And who should come up with the solution that they use to save the day other than our own Fievel Moskowitz?
What did he say?
He said,
You are going to tell us the plan at some point, right?
we have a plan.
So that's a no then?
Oh, Papa, she's in the way again.
I can't take this anymore! Screw this, I'm out!
Oh, hey, Husky.
Leaving.
Hey, that is my hat.
Seriously, this movie could go suck on a lemon. But at least we get to see the plan in action. I think.
All the mice gather on a creepy pier at night and hi, Skull.
This seems like a nice place. I want to be here right now. So they start putting their plan into action, which apparently involves bones, and, I am very uncomfortable right now. And there's Fievel's family again!
Well, they're not exactly crossing each other's paths yet, as Fievel and Tony are actually running late. Huh. I wasn't aware pocket watches had alarms. Which they don't.
That's it! 0 out of 10! But before Fievel can get to the pier, he hears the sound of a violin playing. And of course, the only violin that exists anywhere in the world is his papa's.
We can all guess where this is going.
Heartbreak, misery, and death! Let's watch!
Now we get to a particularly famous part of the movie where we enter a den of cats and meet the last character I'm going to bother introducing in this movie. Tiger, voiced by that cult favorite voice actor Dom DeLuise.
I got it! Rummy!
Tiger, for the 100th time, we're playing poker.
I knew that.
He's special.
And by special, we mean rock stupid. Here we meet a familiar face, Warren T. Rat, from like forever ago. But what? He's not a real rat?
That's right, Warren T. Rat has actually been a cat in disguise this entire time.
He gives orders to capture Fievel, but Tiger is dumb, so it takes a while. Oh look, he got away!
We return to the mice who all discuss the plan for the cats.
We wish the sacred weapon!
Foolproof.
Well, that was fun. Back to the mouse shivering, scared, and alone in a den of cats. Why didn't they just eat them? It just now occurred to me. Why are they keeping Fievel in a cage instead of eating him? Wouldn't it be better to get rid of him now rather than risk him escape? Why?
At this point, it's better to let it... For everyone's sake, we'd better just move on.
Oh.
Tiger, it turns out, is rather sympathetic to Fievel's plight.
You lost your family? Oh no.
What is he spitting?
He's constantly biting his claws, I guess.
Ew, cats are gross.
I lost my family too. 8 brothers, 10 sisters, 3 fathers.
Yeah, and I'll bet you're your own grandpa, too. Also, it turns out that Tiger here is a vegetarian.
I thought all cats were supposed to be mean.
Mean? I am mean.
You are the worst evil minion ever.
And now for another musical number. Probably my favorite of the film.
I thought you didn't like musical numbers.
I don't. Well, I do, but...
Or joy in almost any form for that matter.
Listen, Husky. I am not completely devoid of love and tenderness. Is that understood?
Got it. Can I breathe now?
Only out of the tender, loving goodness in my heart. You love me. I know you do.
So yeah, this song is actually a lot of fun.
This song's got fun visuals which fit the theme of the lyrics and a lot of energy. But then again, none of the songs in this movie were terribly lacking in either of those.
But then an alarm is triggered and their drug trip is over. Now Fievel has to take this chance to escape, which is why they should have just eaten him before.
Fievel runs off to the pier, leading the cats right to the other mice before their plan is ready to be struck. And now would be as good a time as any to wrap this up and see just how he gets out of this particular mess.
If he even does.
Final spoilers await for this 30-year-old movie. Whatever, seriously, if you don't own this movie already, get on that, alright? Fievel throws everyone into a panic, they release the secret weapon too early, Honest John tries to stall them, Warren T. Rat puts his rat disguise back on to fool the mice again, demanding their money and Fievel's life, Tony reveals Warren T.'s fake nose, and Warren attempts to burn them all alive. They finally get the secret weapon to stop, right when 6 o'clock happens, they can't release it again, so Fievel has to do it himself. The secret weapon is a terrifying giant mouse mecha straight from your nightmares, and it chases all the cats off the pier, they all jump on a ship to China, but then the place bursts into flames with Fievel still inside, human firefighters try putting it out, his family finally notices that kid might be around. The scene ends, and what in the...
Hey, kid, you're sleeping in my place.
He's still gotta go through more crap after everything he went through?
I want my happy ending already!
I've been looking for my family.
Hey, fellas, he's looking for his family.
They don't care. Forget them.
You're right. They don't care. And if they did, they would have found me.
What? But they do. I mean, something could happen already!
That's the unfortunate truth about some of these stories, particularly in this age of immigration. Not everyone gets a happy ending. Sometimes bad things in life just keep piling and piling and never stop, to the point where it's hard to keep hoping. The world is huge and unforgiving, and it should come as no surprise when it collapses around you. But sometimes... maybe only once in a blue moon, things can turn around in the other direction just as quickly. You just have to keep your eyes open for it.
But they're calling his name! He hears the violin!
He's heard those things before, Husky. He's just completely out of hope to give in this alleged land of opportunity.
Or is he?
Yes, he hears the voice of his papa, and suddenly a little spark of possibility reignites, and he and his papa run past each other one more time. But then finally course correct and run back into each other's arms.
Finally! Hallelujah!
Fievel makes his hat finally fit, and they get an aerial tour of the now finished Statue of Liberty in glorious pre-CGI rotation. The statue winks, and okay, I'm done.
The end!
This movie is amazing, and you should buy it and watch it right now. I honestly feel kinda bad for poking fun at this movie the way I did. Yes, there's a lot to make fun of, but that doesn't mean there's anything much wrong with it. It tells the story of the perilous adjustment one needed to make back in the late 1800s if they wanted to make a new life in the new world. There's a lot of great symbolism and themes playing out here, but it's also just plain fun, even with all the sad parts. All in all, I'm just glad I had a chance to watch it with all of you.
Until next time, we're gonna try to scratch up a little more dough so we can get more modern stuff for you all.
Yeah. Next time. I am the kid movie ninja.
Was that a smile? He's smiled before, right? Yeah, when he breaks character, but that ain't normal. Something's up and we gotta figure out what it is before something crazy happens.